In this video, we will explain how to give interactive input in R. That is, using functions like readline and scan. Readline function takes whatever we enter and it returns as string. This function requires a string as an argument, which can be used as a prompt to the user. For example, enter something. The string we have sent as argument to readline function. It appears onto the screen. Now whatever user enters, that can be a integer or a float or a string, anything this readline function takes and it returns as a string. Thus, the object X becomes a character type. To check this, we have used type of X, mode of X. Both are supporting our statement that X is now string type of object, rather character type of object. Like this, readline function behavior is whatever user enters, it returns as a string. If we want, we can send the return value of readline function to as numeric function, such that the number will be returned. That is, a double type of number will be returned. Of course, if user enters a number, readline returns it as a string, and this is further converted to numeric by as numeric function. Maybe if the user enters a string, readline returns it as a string, then as numeric function gives an error. This we cannot stop. If we want that the user is supposed to enter an integer, and the same thing we wanted to store an integer in a variable, in an object, then whatever readline returns, it will be sent to as integer function, such that it returns that string as an integer. Thus, the object X here in this example becomes an integer. To cross check this, we have used type of function. If we wanted interactive input to R scripts using readline, we need to use a function known as interactive. If that interactive returns true, then only we can let this readline function to work. This concept one has to understand. That is, in R scripts, if you wanted to take interactive input, then this function readline has to be enclosed in a block and it should be executed whenever the interactive function is true. Now let us run all the statements of this script. We get prompt, enter an integer. Whatever we enter, that will be assigned to the object x. Like this, we can use interactive input in scripts also with the help of interactive function. Scan is another function to give interactive input. We can go on, enter numbers, and when we do not want any numbers to be entered, just simply press return. A line comes, again press enter. That is indicating that no more input for this scan function. That is, an empty line is the indicator to scan function that we do not want to enter any more input. So that till that point, the scan function takes input. And its behavior is that whatever we enter, it returns as a vector. Here, as we are not assigning the returned value of scan function, it is just simply appearing onto the screen, which you can verify. In this slide, we try to assign a single value to an object x. That is, we enter 22 and an empty line that made scan to return 22, which will be assigned to the object x. What is the type of x? There is a double type. What is the x? Is it a scalar or a vector? So we found that it is a vector. In this slide, we have entered a group of numbers followed by an empty line. All of them are assigned to the object x. X is a vector now. Sometimes users will be getting a doubt. What is 1 colon, 6 colon? So 1 colon means whatever number we are going to enter in this line is the first number is first number. Similarly, in the second line you have found that 6 column, indicating that the number which you are going to enter is sixth number to that scan function. That conveys totally how many numbers we have entered to scan function. Otherwise, it's not a great thing to worry. And we have verified this object x is a vector. That is, scan function takes whatever numbers we enter and returns as a vector. Thus, the object x is becoming as a vector. This way we can enter a set of integers or numbers and store in an object interactively. We can enter fractional numbers also to scan a function, not only integers. Numbers of type float also we can enter. However, we cannot enter strings to scan function. This slide demonstrates that. In this video, we have explained how to read data interactively using readline and scan functions in R. Also, we have mentioned that in scripts, if we wanted to make interactive inputs, then the function interactive has to be executed. If that is true, inside that if block, we can use readline function. Like this, interactive input can be carried out in R. I'm sure you have enjoyed the video. If you do so, please kindly recommend my YouTube channel to your friends to subscribe. Thank you.